What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we are taking a look at a weapon that caught me by surprise, the Path of Least Resistance. This trace rifle is by far one of the best weapons that has been introduced in Season of the Seraph, a weapon that has quickly become one of my favorite weapons to use with an arc build. The Path of Least Resistance is a legendary trace rifle that honestly is just as good, if not better, than some of the exotic trace rifles currently in the game. The Path of Least Resistance has incredible stability and handling. It feels smooth and snappy, and with the right combination of weapon traits, this trace rifle is downright nasty. And it starts with Voltshot. For those not familiar with this new weapon trait, reloading the weapon after a kill gives your next shots the ability to jolt an enemy, a buff that affects the jolted enemy for 7 seconds, 8 seconds with the enhanced version of Voltshot. Jolted enemies emit charges of damage to nearby enemies and are more susceptible to damage. When Lightfall releases, Overload champions will be stunned by jolting effects, which will make weapons with Voltshot, like the Path of Least Resistance, much more sought over. Unlike primary weapons that feature Voltshot, the Path of Least Resistance has a unique interaction with this weapon trait, as it is able to sustain the jolting effects on its enemies for a much longer duration, causing enemies to become stun-locked as a result. While the standard version of Voltshot is available on crafted versions of the Path of Least Resistance at level 8, the enhanced version will not become available until weapon level 15. Because Voltshot relies on reloading after a kill, I recommend not going with Subsistence, as this trait works contradictory to the benefits of Voltshot. Subsistence automatically refills your magazine after kills, rendering the effects of Voltshot nearly useless. With that being said, I recommend using Stats for All. The standard version of this trait becomes available at level 9, with the enhanced version at level 16, which increases the duration of the effects by 1 second. After hitting 3 targets, which can be rather easily done with Voltshot, you receive a bonus to stability by 10 points, handling by 35 points, and range by 10 points, all for 11 seconds. During this 11 seconds, you will also receive a boost to reload speed by 35 points. The duration of the reload animation will be reduced, and the damage fall off will be improved by 5%. Providing you much more of a benefit than that of Subsistence when using Voltshot. The Path of Least Resistance has 2 solid origin trait options, with the first being Omolon Fluid Dynamics, a trait that provides a bonus to reload speed and stability for the top half of the magazine. But there's also Ambush. This trait requires you to be out of combat for at least 5 seconds. At that point, in the opening 2 seconds of your next engagement, you receive a boost to weapon damage by 10%, as well as bonus range and handling, both by a total of 20 points. Ambush gets a slight advantage in Season of the Seraph, getting the Ambush artifact mod, but overall, the Omolon Fluid Dynamics will make for a much better origin trait to improve the reload speed, giving you much better synergy with Voltshot. This trace rifle offers a few solid choices in battery type, but the 2 that I prefer the most are Enhanced Battery, which gives an additional 6 rounds to the magazine, going from 96 to 102. And then there's Tactical Battery, giving the Path of Least Resistance an increase to range and stability of 5 points, and reload speed by 10 points, and you will definitely feel the extra 10 points towards reload speed. So I highly recommend Tactical Battery. Corkscrew rifling is the barrel type that I recommend with this trace rifle, giving the Path of Least Resistance an additional 5 points towards stability, range, and handling, adding to this weapon's already snappy and responsive performance. I recommend a reload masterwork with the Path of Least Resistance, improving reload speed by another 10 points, which ultimately is going to see this trace rifle spit out jolted rounds over and over and over again. Ammo can become a concern with any special weapon, so having ammo finder, reserves, and scavenger mods on your helmet, chest, and leg armor will be imperative. I also recommend the use of a trace rifle reload mod on your gauntlets, which will add another 10 points towards reload speed, just stacking on to your ability to proc Voltshot over and over again, and keep those enemies and champions stun locked in perpetual lightning damage. Like I said at the start of this video, this trace rifle caught me by surprise. I had my doubts, but after using the path of least resistance, I'm in love, and I can't wait to see how this thing does against the enemies in Lightfall. The path of least resistance and its weapon pattern can only be obtained during Season of the Seraph, giving you just under a week to get one of the most insanely powerful trace rifles currently available in Destiny 2. And with that, I wish you all the best of luck through the rest of this season and into Lightfall. Let me know your thoughts on the path of least resistance in the comments below, and what you're looking forward to most out of Lightfall. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit the like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.